Hey everybody, Maddox here. Welcome back to the Poke Historian. This is the show where we take a look at some of your favorite Pokemon cards you know, and hopefully some you don't know. And lately, I know a lot of people have been going all crazy about this Burger Pikachu Japanese exclusive McDonald's promo card. And I thought to myself, you know what? I bet people don't realize that a lot of these Japanese exclusive promo cards, like those have been coming out for years. In fact, we've been seeing those for over 2 decades now. So I thought it might be fun to go back in our time machine and take a look at one of the original Japanese exclusive McDonald's cards. So let's go ahead and flip this bad boy around. We have one of my favorite Pokemon cards, the McDonald's Squirtle, or as I like to call it, the Bubble Squirtle. Not to be confused with the Bubble Mew. I call it this because it's blowing a bubble, it's sitting on a bubble, it's surrounded by bubbles. I mean, the name just makes sense. I didn't name it after the Bubble Mew. So anyways, the logical question that follows is, all right, that's a cool card, Matt, but how would you go ahead getting this one? Well, let's talk about this. So between January 26th and February 24th of 2002, if you went to a Japanese McDonald's, you could pick up this card, hopefully, by buying a special Pokemon card pack that contains 6 cards. And one of those cards would be a holofoil card, and this is one of the cards you were shooting to get right there. This is a very, very small set of Pokemon cards. As you can see down here at the bottom, it only contained 18 cards in total. But I tell you what, like all the artworks from this little 18 card set, they're all absolutely phenomenal and certainly worth your time picking up, or at the very least taking a look at them. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Squirtle artwork here. We got little Squirtle just relaxing on top of this giant bubble, blowing this bubble, looking like it doesn't have a care in the world. Very kind of ethereal background with lots of bubbles and very kind of like bright pastel colors. I personally think this is one of my favorite Pokemon card artworks of all time. Some people think it's kind of weird, but obviously I am not in that camp. I think it's very original, and I can't really think of any other Pokemon card that looks like this one. It's just a very unique artwork. Then it's got 2 attacks here. The first attack is Ram. The second attack is Bubble, which of course is one of Squirtle's signature moves. If you look here at the bottom right-hand corner, we have the McDonald's set symbol with those golden arches, or golden arches, I should say. And we can see that the artist is Iwashita. And then on the left and the bottom, you can see those big old fat borders telling you that this was part of the E-Series era of Pokemon cards. So love it or hate it, that's the era this Pokemon card belonged to. And of course, the E-Series area had some of the best Pokemon cards we'd ever seen. So there you have it, and I would go ahead and end the video here normally, but this isn't the end of the tale with the McDonald's promo cards from around this time. Because in addition to this 18 card set, there was 2 other smaller sets of McDonald's cards that you could get. But you couldn't get them from these booster packs. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of these cards. And of course, it's the Umbreon McDonald's promotional card. It's one of my favorites. We've looked at it many times on this channel. And as you can see here at the bottom, it was a Black Star promo, number 25/P. So yeah, this didn't come in those booster packs. The only way you could get this card was by actually purchasing a Happy Meal. And when you purchased the Happy Meal, you would get a separate type of booster pack that only included 1 card. And this Umbreon was one of the cards that you could get. And all of the cards that were in these 1 card packs were basically alternate art cards to cards we knew from the E-Series main sets of Pokemon cards, such as Expedition Aquapolis, because obviously this is the sibling card to the Aquapolis Umbreon card. And this was released in 2 series. There was the first series that came out around the same time as the 6-pack cards we were just talking about. So like, I guess we'd call that like the main set of McDonald's cards. And then later, once the 6-pack cards were no longer available at McDonald's, there was a second series of these 1-pack Pokemon cards that came out a little bit later in 2002. So pretty neat, right? You went to McDonald's around that time, you could get some really cool exclusive artwork Pokemon cards. And that's just what the E-Series was known for. It was all about having these fantastic Pokemon card artworks. And you didn't even have the illustration rares where the whole card was an artwork back then. They were just fantastic in their own right. And if you haven't looked at these cards, I highly encourage you to check these out and the other cards in their small series of cards. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave me a like. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Squirtle, Umbreon, and I bid you adieu.